yeah, that I was really interested in, and in a very uncomplicated way, I mean, my dad, for a while, drove trucks, and I remember talking to them, not about necessarily art house movies, but, like they saw Barry Lyndon and they went, I liked it, man. That guy, like, fucked up his life, And they're like, and I appreciated that, and I feel like that kind of stuck with me, This is one of the best discs I think Criterion ever put out, the Barry Lyndon one. It's like a film school. My favorite someone is Douglas Milesome talking about how the grid he had to put, because he was assistant cameraman on that, to keep focus in those scenes that were lit only by candles. Love this film. And then the early kind of Woody Allen movies like Love and Death. I absolutely love that movie. They were just kind of like, oh, that's how you're supposed to do comedy. And then you would see other famous comedies and they wouldn't do it for you because there wasn't this kind of edge to it. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because Woody Allen did stuff for like Love and Death. There's a Woody Allen movie called Love and Death that is really silly. Like he did those silly movies and he would cast people that weren't comedians in like smaller roles, but he was always the lead of it. So you're always kind of like, okay, there's Woody Allen being Woody Allen or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were silly movies. I always say a movie I always like comedy wise, but it's so hard to talk about, I guess, Woody Allen nowadays without people getting like mad or whatever. But it's so hard for me. It's like Polanski, Woody Allen. I'm like, I totally get it. I understand. But I already saw the movie.
Too bad they're great filmmakers.
I already saw the movie, It's like I already saw the thing. So it's like hard for me to disassociate. But Love and Death, the Woody Allen movie, that movie really makes me laugh. That's a movie John Mulaney and I talk about a lot, and it really makes us laugh. And there's I used to do a guy in Saturday Night Live called Stefan, who was like the Weekend Update guy, and there was a joke in it where John would write things in the cue cards to make me laugh. And one of the things was, I would say to Seth Meyers, I go, hey, Seth, I'm reading this for the first time, and it says, hey, Seth, do you know they have Blackula, the Black Dracula? He goes, yes. I go, well, they have a Jewish one. And he goes, what's his name? And he goes, Sidney Applebaum. And Sidney Applebaum is a name that's in Love and Death, which it was so directly to make me laugh. History will mock my name. Sidney Applebaum.
I'm Dana and David Spade, and up next we got the great Bill Hader.
Yeah.
But I told Dana I saw Tommy when I was 12. Remember Tommy? And it scared me, and I had a stomach ache.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it.
The beans, the scene in Tommy with all the... remember the scene with the beans where, isn't it like Anne Margaret or someone?
Yeah.
Like,
Makes no sense, scared me. Oh, Acid Queen, when she threw... The guy got fire and it burned his face at the beginning with Tina Turner. I don't know what the fuck. I just saw Grease before that. I'm like, what's going on here? Let's keep it light, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that one was rough.
I've been on a Ken Russell thing lately. But speaking of Oliver Reed, where I was watching all these weird Ken Russell things, that stuff was batshit.
But Ken Russell, all that shit is just at like 11.
Yeah.
Every performance, every camera angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also like love Jaws.
Oh yeah,
perfect movie.
I mean, even Jaws. I mean, I remember seeing Jaws around the same time, and it had that same kind of feel of like
small New England town.
Yeah, small New England town. You have the Murray Hamilton as the the mayor, and the just all the archetypes are kind of there. I had that thing. I don't know if you can relate to this, but what I liked was the best thing. It was, so if I made something, it had to stand up to, Jaws or whatever it was. I put too much pressure on myself. So I would make little things and then I would start editing them and I would go, this sucks, and I would discard it. Like just the
beeping.
It's like the Jaws.
I mean, how crazy a full circle thing must it have been to be voicing somebody for a Spielberg movie with BFG. I mean, that's your guy.
Oh yeah, that was one of the coolest experiences. Just getting to watch him work, and I think I was probably annoying on that movie because I was just following him around, asking questions, and oh my God, I think back on my experience of that, and I get embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, I think, when someone's trying to work, you can't be like, what was the hardest shot in Jaws? It's like, dude, the guy's fucking directing, man, leave him alone. Yeah. But yeah, I've learned though too is like, it was like I did that with Spielberg too, because I worked with Spielberg on the BFG, and he's the nicest human being on the planet, and I really talked his ear off about. I mean, I'd just be like, "All right, Jaws, go!"
Yeah.
And he was very sweet, and I told Paul Thomas Anderson I did that, and he was like, "What? Oh, don't do that to don't do that to people." And then I was like, "You're probably right, man. I think I went overboard." Especially Monty Python was huge. There was a thing, if you liked Monty Python, you liked that stuff, and then you go to school, you kind of had something on everybody. Because other people thought, well, this is comedy, and it was kind of just, like I don't know, I don't want to bag on anything, but just a TV show, you know what I mean? Just like, I don't know. And I was like, no, I know what real comedy is. Yeah, totally. Yeah. And if you met somebody who also could quote Monty Python now, I mean, it's like really nerdy, but to me, it was the same thing as if you saw someone with a Rush t-shirt or something, and I was like, oh, you and I, you know what I mean? That idea of bringing someone home and bringing someone to your house and you watch a Python sketch or listen to a record or whatever and watching their reaction to it.
Right.
And having that, sometimes they were into it and sometimes you're like, oh. Yeah, exactly. Here's my soul. What do you think? You like it? You know what I mean? And it's like, and if it doesn't go well, then it's bad news. Also seeing good stuff. My parents were really young when they were 20 and 23 when I was born. So I was watching what they're watching, so it was like Monty Python, the Holy Grail, and just kind of going like, oh, that's the way you should perform comedy and some level, of that kind of more, like it was funnier if you said, oh, at midnight it claps, Or Monty Python, the Holy Grail, when they, son, someday all this will be yours. What, the curtains, It was like, I forgot about that joke, and I'm watching and I just started laughing. So I was like, oh, that's so good. What, the curtains? No, not the bleeding curtain.
One day, lad, all this will be yours.
What, the curtains?
No, not the curtains, lad.
Hi, I'm Bill Hader, and this happens to be my favorite place on earth. Wow. This is where it all happens, huh? These are the Blu-rays? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the best date movie on earth. This is a great date movie. And my favorite part of this movie is when, and then the guy, he goes into a room and he finds this plate of Last time I was here was 2009, and I said that this movie was a good date movie. Solo, it is not a good date movie. Just want to clear that up. Yeah. I like those movies. I watched a Sonny Chiba movie lately called Wolf Guy. Have you guys ever seen this Sonny Chiba movie called Wolf Guy? And the best part about it was they interviewed the director, who I can't remember his name, and the whole time he's like, why are you making a special edition DVD of this? He goes, and it's all subtitled, and he's just sitting there, this old, Japanese smoking a cigarette, just like, I have no idea, with a little fishing cap on. Like, I have no idea why anybody would want to watch this again. He goes, I did it purely for money. Sonny had a contract with these people. It is a terrible idea. It is awful. And then I had just watched it with this, like, oh man, this is so kind of brilliant, avant-garde and cheap, but kind of cool. And I, was from, film nerd 45 years in the future going, what an amazing piece of work. And he's like, right. What? Why? This is shit.